Hey everybody, Dr. Moon here. I want to give you a quick encouraging story so that if you're thinking about going out and busking sometime, that you'll have a way to put it in your mind to keep it in perspective. There's a really good, talented friend of mine, Hiram Curtis, Mark Curtis for the people that are local. He and I have worked in the theater together since we were in high school. And so in that time, he's done a lot of different types of art and has recently retired. And in that time, he's also now doing a lot of playwriting and keeping local lore and stories and history of our area alive with Proclamation Theater. And so you can look that information up. But in addition to that, Mark was trying to figure out a way to give back to the community and wanted to give busking a try. So Mark has gone out twice, and he's allowed me to share with you his results on that. The first time he went out, he actually went into Radford, and he played for a period of time and made nothing. And so the thing about it was he, I think, was a little hesitant in doing it. So he chose a spot that not many people passed, and with not a lot of foot traffic, then you don't really make a lot. So that was unfortunate. But then the second time he was in Stanton at a place that you actually sign up and you're allotted a spot for a period of time. He played a period of time and he made $2. And so those were his 2 times out. And those are the amounts of money that Mark made as he started. So you would think that's a negative story or that's nothing or something. So this is what I want you to bear in mind if you have ever thought about owning your own business and starting your own company or whatever it is. I looked it up so that I'd be able to tell you that if you start your own business, the average startup cost in your own business is $30,000 to $40,000. There are startups in which you can do online things for $1,000 or under. But by the time you take everything into consideration in starting or owning your own business, then these are the numbers that they're saying on this. And so these are some of the things that you would consider if you were owning your own business. One of them is your location. So you can imagine if you were setting up a sub shop or something like that and you invested in a permanent location, the amount of rent and overhead that you would have on that. But Mark, in both instances, didn't have that, didn't have any overhead. He had the ability to choose where he was going to go, so there was no overhead with that. The business size, it was him by himself. And so he was able to go out and enjoy the day both times and to play his guitar and sing his songs. When you look at the marketing and branding and the technology needed, all he had was his sign that said who he was and his guitar. And so there was no amount of technology that was needed for him to have his own business. His name is Hiram the Traveler. And so that will be his busking name. At least that's a working title busking name on that. So when you think about the amount of money that people have to pay to start a business in terms of their insurance, their overhead, their marketing research, all of the things that would go into owning a business, by the time all of that is said and done, the time that you actually get any money from it, that you actually see a profit, is sometimes way down the road. And not with Mark. Mark got $2 cash money. So get your head around that. He was able to go out on his own, be his own boss, choose his own spot to a degree, and play his music. He had plenty of fresh air, lots of vitamin D. He had the interaction of the people coming by. He had the opportunity to run through his material and get a lot of good practice time in. So it's a really rewarding thing to look about wherever you're at. If it's private property, Health food stores oftentimes will welcome people that would be interested in setting out front and playing. So wherever you're at, be creative in your pursuit of public spaces that you can share your art and your music at. So I wish you the best. Congratulations to Mark. I'm awfully proud of you because you've listened to me, you've went out twice, and you're already making money. So I wish you all the very, very best, and I'll see you next time. I'll play you some music.